welcome back to the Toffee Blues, your home for the transfer news this season, this summer. Today's top story is Footy Insider's Peter O'Rourke claims that AC Milan and Borussia Dortmund are interested in the Italian defender Ben Godfrey this summer. Now, we put a poll out earlier and 950 of you voted, and the results were that 52% of you would keep Ben Godfrey this season, with 7% of you being happy to let the defender go. Now, for me, if a good offer came in for Godfrey, I would be more than happy to let him go. He's obviously a solid option off the bench, but with smart recruitment, I feel like he can be replaced, and he's a player that's been here for a while now. But in other news, Graham Bailey says Everton are interested in signing striker Daniel Jefferson. The 20-year-old Sheffield United contract expires this summer. Has been offered a new deal, but is debating his future at the club. Brighton, Ipswich, Leeds, Leicester are also interested. Jefferson actually scored on his debut for Sheffield, if I remember rightly, and they beat us 1-0 that day. That was the last time that they went down. He scored no goals though in the Premier League last season, in a struggling side to be honest. He scored no goals in the Championship, so not many goals at the minute, but he's still developing. He's a young player, and obviously good teams are sniffing around him, so you know there is obviously potential there. With that in mind though, it could mean that Schmidt possibly may go out on loan, which obviously he needs, but it also could mean that Calvert-Lewin or Beto could be on the way out, or it could be either. We're not so sure yet, it remains to be seen. According to Bayern Munich's Christian Falk of Sport Bild, Amadou Onana is said to be at the top of their list this summer. Well, features in the list at least for Bayern Munich. With the Euros ahead, it's a position that perhaps we could have to let him go. But if he performs well in the Euros, less pressure than at Everton anyway, we could end up with a healthy wedge for him. And I think all fans, considering the situation that we're in at the moment, would be happy to let him go as long as we kept the likes of Branthwaite and Calvert-Lewin. On Calvert-Lewin, Everton are keen on signing Calvert-Lewin, Ben Godfrey and Lewis Dobbin to new contracts. This is according to Paddy Boylan of The Athletic. If they sign new contracts, I mean, Calvert-Lewin, obviously a very good player, brilliant in his aerial duels. We're a different side when he's playing. Ben Godfrey again would be a solid option off the bench for me, but I think we should be looking to buy some new fresh blood in that position. And Lewis Dobbin, hopefully one for the future, but hopefully in the next few years or so, or even next season, he starts to actually find a place in the team where he's playing more regularly. And with the academy, Everton have confirmed that Lewis Warrington, Mackenzie Hunt, Katu Kouyaté, Kyle John, Ed Jones and Dylan Graham will leave the club when the current contracts expire at the end of the month. For me, it kind of shows the poor performance of the academy in the last few years. It's more players that not really broken into the first team. Obviously, Lewis Warrington made his debut on the last game, and Mackenzie Hunt was amongst the first team training quite a lot. And it's quite disappointing really, because I thought perhaps Lewis Warrington would maybe come through into the side next season more, but obviously he's not impressed, and it shows the failings of our academy once again. But in other news, under 21 players Roman Dixon, Jacob Beaumont, Clark and Bradley Moonen have been offered new deals with the club, while Sean McAllister, Liam Higgins will remain at Everton on a short-term basis to enable the midfield to continue their respective injury rehabilitations. Difficult word to say. And also in the under-18s, players Kobe Ebre, Martin Sharif, Odin Samuel-Smith, Jack Patterson, Matthew Apter, Callum Bates and Jack Butler have all signed professional contracts with Everton. So let's hope these players can actually develop and perhaps in a few years' time actually make it into the first team and right the wrongs of the last few years of the academy, because honestly in the last few years the only people that really spring to mind that came through the academy is Lewis Dobbin and of course Anthony Gordon, who left for Newcastle. So yeah, that's all the news for today. You've been watching the Toffee Blues, your home for all things transfers. Thank you for watching. My name's Max Cruz. Remember to like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.